Why rich people drive
Here's something
Range
the wealthy do
Rovers.
that you can do too. So you probably noticed that there's a lot of wealthy people who drive this car. Well, the reason is simply because this car can save you a lot of money. I'm gonna tell you how. This vehicle has a gross weight of over 6,000 pounds. So it qualifies as equipment. So you're able to take advantage of the Section 179 tax deduction, which allows you to write off 100% in the first year as a bonus. So save you a lot of money. And there's actually other vehicles that you can get too. Follow for more.
Buy this $200,000 G-Wagon. Buy an ugly house like this first, and here's why. You don't want to buy this $200,000 G-Wagon because of liability, and liability always go down in value. You want to buy an ugly house like this for about $350,000. Then you put about $100,000 to rehab the property. You're all in for $450,000, but it's worth as much as all the other nice houses in the area for $600,000. You have $150,000 in equity, and you can rent a house like this out for $3,000 a month. Now you have an asset that can produce $3,000 a month. You take the positive cash flow from the asset, then you go buy your G-Wagon, which is a liability. Now that's a smart
Some people want to buy a car but have no idea how to get a car loan. You do though. You follow me, Vivian, your rich BFF, and your favorite Wall Street girly who's gonna break it down. 1, you're gonna check your credit. You can find it on your credit card statement, in your banking app, or on annualcreditreport.com. There's no minimum score needed to buy a car, but the better your credit score, the better the terms of your loan will be. 2, determine how much to borrow and what you can afford. You can Google car affordability calculator and that'll help you figure out things like monthly payment, how much you need to put down, and how long of a loan you'll need. 3, shop around with lenders you like. I recommend checking out credit unions, banks that you have a relationship with, and online lenders. 4, apply for and compare pre-approvals. You'll have 14 days to get as many pre-approvals as you want, and it'll only count as one hard credit inquiry on your credit report, and then you'll be able to decide which loan makes the most sense for you. Then you'll accept a loan offer and pick out your car. Last tip, set up auto payments. Many lenders offer a small discount if you have automatic payments set up. Good luck.
This car rents for $700 a day. This car rents for $400 a day. This car rents for $250 a day. And all these cars, no money down. Let's just say this. All these cars rent for maybe 5 days out the month. For one, you're gonna drive these cars for free and get a profit. And if they rent out enough, it'll pay for this house for itself.
Do you want to know how I get to drive a Bentley Continental and a Range Rover Autobiography all for free? Last year, in the middle of the pandemic, in the stressed real estate market, I was thinking of doing another real estate investment. And I came across this property that was reduced from $2 million to $1.8 million. And I was like, this is a good chance for me to get this property. But instead, I decided to buy this property. I ended up buying this property from the sellers for $1.6 million. Now everyone is gonna say, oh, it's easy for you to buy a $1.6 million property and then sell it later on for a profit. We don't have the money. But guess what? I use the lender take-back mortgage. You can go search what it is. It means that you get the down payment from the sellers to buy their own home. Guess what? Last week I had an appraisal done from the bank and the property now is worth $2.4 million. I'm up $800,000 and that's how I get to drive these two babies for free. If you want to know more, follow me.
Why I'll never go back to paying a car note. And you can actually do this too. Some of y'all probably remember these two, the X5 and the R8. And some of y'all are probably used to seeing the S-Class or the Range Rover. First, it's important to understand I only get cars in my business name because they're used for business purposes. Here's an example using the S-Class. I rent to a chauffeur service. That car brings in around $450 a night when it's rented out. Since I want to be hands off with everything, we split the profits, and those profits cover multiple car notes, maintenance, insurance, everything. And I just collect a check every month, but this was all leveraging business.
Drive a $300,000 Lamborghini of yours for free. Instead of taking the money, buying this expensive car, take the money and buy this ugly house like this for $450,000. Then you remodel this home by putting $125,000 into it to make it look nice. Now you're all in for $575,000. But the house is worth as nice as all the other homes in the area, market value, which is about $800,000. This property here, you have about $225,000 with the sweat equity after you remodel the property. You can rent this house out. This house right here rent for about $4,000 long term. But you want to get super creative, you can Airbnb this or do a corporate. You can probably get $7,000 to $8,000 a month. Now when you have this house rented and you have a tenant paying the rent on this house, then you take the positive cash flow from that, then you actually pay for
Get in,
the car.
loser. I just got a new car. This car is sick. I know. I was considering a G-Wagon or a Range Rover or a Porsche Cayenne. Okay, Daddy Warbucks. No, dude, I didn't buy this car to be flashy. It's a great financial decision. What? Yeah, a Section 179 deduction. I own a business and can write the car off as an expense. With regular cars, you'd have to spread the car's price over 5 years to deduct it off of your taxable income. But with Section 179 cars, you'll be able to deduct 100% of the cost the same year that you buy it. Wait, can I do this? Maybe. You have to have a business like an LLC or an S-Corp, and the deduction is proportional to what percent you use it for business. It's also not just luxury vehicles that qualify. Any car weighing over 6,000 pounds works. Here's a quick list. European cars, American cars, Japanese cars, they all count. That's amazing. You really are my rich BFF.
My 14-year-old kid is gonna buy a dream Lamborghini Urus. One way how Hudson's gonna actually pay for it is,
I'm gonna use the passive income from my real estate investments to pay for the car.
the second way how Hudson's gonna pay for it is,
I might lease the car depending on if it has a special lease program.
the third way how Hudson's gonna pay for it is,
I might pay for it in cash because by then I'll have millions.
like and follow for more videos.